So now, Simon, you said you don't understand, right? Larry, you said
Yeah.
you do, Abby.
Yes. No.
I thought you just said Okay, I'm going over it again.
More knowledge.
I'm going to make use of this next 1 hour. Last one was just play. So now, like I was saying, I said for a this sell candle that we have, sell candle, you can also hear it as you can hear the term bearish candle. So it also means a sell candle or a short candle. Not short as in short girl, like short, like when you hear the word short in trade, short it means sell or bearish. You can hear term like bearish market, bullish market, ranging market. After once I'm done with this part, let me write it somewhere so that I will not forget. So you guys should have it in mind that this is where we're going to be talking about next. But let me explain this. So now, like I'm saying, let's say um you start something newly, eh? You're obviously going to start from somewhere, right, Simon and Larry?
Yes.
Yeah.
So and then as you were starting, you were energetic, you were everything. So your stock or was rising, your body, like your stock was rising up, was rising. All of a sudden, you hit a roadblock. Challenge started coming. Challenge started coming. So now, from where you opened from and from where you were like energetic to, which this is which is price. I'm referring that to price. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So your stock started coming down. Your earnings started coming down. You were facing challenges, setbacks, everything, break everything. So now at the end of that trading of that day at work, yeah, you came down to your lowest point. Do you understand? Which was this other week here. But when that 24 hours elapsed for a particular day, this was the level at which you were. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So that is what I'm referring to it with this candle. Price open at this area, which is where I put top. Hmm?
Yes.
Then
Okay.
then price started moving up, moving up, moving up, moving up, moving up. All of a sudden, it started coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down. Then when this is in H1 time frame, which is 1 hour time frame, which is in the next 59 minutes, or sorry, 60 minutes. Hmm? The price has moved up and then come down, but when 60 minutes was about to elapse, the price was at this area. So that is where it closed at. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes, Simon.
I'm praying in my heart this boy should say yes.
He's sleeping. His skin is not here.
Skinny as in how now?
Like his name is not even showing again. Like his skin has logged out.
Well, I've seen him, so I'll continue. He will join us. So now, for let's say now the next candle happened to be bullish, which is a buy candle, right?
Yes.
So I'm explaining this in sequence. So now where this one closes is where the next one will open for the next 1 hour. Does that make sense?
I did not hear you. The thing like got stuck. I did not hear anything you're saying.
I said where this one closes is where the next one will open. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah, yeah, it makes sense.
Let me change it to open, not top. So now is where this one will open, and then price came down to this area, hmm? And then it reversed back. It started going up, going up, going up. But when the 60 minutes elapsed, price was at this area, so it will close at this area. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Wait, sorry. So it means the second one, the price went up
Eh?
and it closed there.
I'm
So it
saying
means that the price went up.
yes, the price traded all the way to this area, but
Yes, then it closed there.
before the 60 minutes elapsed, which is 1 hour, price was already coming down a bit. So if this is where the 60 minutes elapses, this is where it's going to eventually close. Then the next
Yeah,
candle
yeah,
is going to open and then either continue either of any direction. Does that make sense?
yes.
So now for this example, now you might be this candle is like this, what's happening? It's the same thing with this. As far as the color is going to determine what type of candle it is. There are also candles that does not have color.
Okay.
You should see this on your, you should be seeing all this thing on your chart if you have opened that trading view. So this is what they mean. You look at the time frame and you look at it very well. So there are some candles too that are like this, no body, just wicks. So let me explain this one first. So now, as you can see this one now, this one too can form on a daily time frame, which is it can take 1 day for this candle to form. You'll be like, why does this thing have small body? That doesn't mean price traded all the way toward this area, yeah. But when the 1 hour 60 minutes elapsed, the price was already coming back. So this is where 60 minutes elapsed. So this is where 60 minutes meet it, and this is where it's going to close. Does that make sense?
No.
Like this candle now does not have wick, that means price didn't go up at all. So price open from here, price open from the top. So the moment it opened, it started dropping. Sorry, not top. Price open from the bottom because the candle was green. The candle is green. Price open from here, this area where my mouse is. You can see it, Abi. And then the price started coming down. Like price was trading down. And then all of it, let's say buyers, interest from buyers started coming in. You understand?
All right. Yeah.
So it started reversing back up. Started reversing,
Yes.
reversing, and then it closed here at this place. But it didn't trade anywhere above to create a wick that it will not come down to. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So it was when it got here 60 minutes elapsed, that is 1 hour elapsed for that particular time frame. Make sense? Are we
Yes. But where's Simon?
how will I know now? Larry, we are the one that is here, so let me just continue.
Continue. I'm feeling it.
So now for this next one that we have now, so now it's like tug of war between both buyers and sellers. So there wasn't any certain direction yet, meaning let's say price open where the value, let's say price open at 15 naira. Let me, because this one is going to be confusing for you. Let's say price open at 15 naira.
You underestimate me.
So sorry, boss. Price open at 15 naira. And then it traded all the way up to 16 naira. And then it later came back to 14 naira. But then when the 1 hour time was about to elapse, it was at the price of 15 naira also. It was at that area, so that's where the price elapsed. Does that make sense?
So you're saying this
particular type of candle that we have, it has
the price
a
went
name.
up.
All this candle, they have a name, but let me just teach you. Let me just explain the open and closing of every candle. Go on.
So it went up.
It traded up to 16 naira.
Yes.
Also trade down.
Yes.
It's open
Down to 14 naira.
It's open at 15 naira.
Traded to 60.
No, like I'm saying, price open at 15 naira.
Yes.
Like opening price 15 naira. They later sold
it.
They sold it at premium. Let's say 16 naira. Later, it was towards evening. everybody is going home, nobody wants to buy again. The price was coming down, it came down to 14 naira again. All of a sudden one odogu customer came, and then they were able to push price back to the opening price. That's where the candle closes at. Does that make sense?
Okay, so but this first thread now,
Yes, this bearish candle.
it opened, it went down.
It went down because
right,
this is where it now close. So the where it closes will now, from where it open to where it closes, will now form our body. Does that make sense?
yes.
But here now,
Okay,
where it open
sorry,
and where it closes is the same price.
same place.
Yeah,
Okay,
the same
okay,
place,
yeah.
the same place. That's why you are not seeing anybody. That's why I didn't.
I was trying to confirm something.
No, I understand. Like I'm liking the way you are following. So where it's open and where it closes is the same price, the same 15 naira.
The same point, yes,
This
yes.
one now, it's open at 15 naira, it closes at 14 naira. But that doesn't mean price is
Yes.
traded to 30 naira, which is all these wicks you are seeing here. Price traded to all this area. Does that make sense? Hello?
Huh?
I said the wicks you are seeing
Okay,
here,
okay, okay.
it also means price traded to those area, but it didn't close at that particular
It didn't
area.
close there,
That is
yes,
where
yes.
that's where the time frame we are on. It wasn't time for it to close there. Does that make sense?
That's what you're saying now.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
At first, I thought that those drawings on top were like you just trying to write the weeks. Then I remember that in the trading view, there's these tiny ones that used to be on top of it still sometimes.
All these weeks, Abi, all this one.
Yeah,
Let me show you. You will see it. They are all over the place.
I used to see it. That was when I just remember that it used to be there.
Look at this one. They are weeks. Price straight down. Started
Yeah,
coming
see it
back.
also.
So on here, all these ones you will see them. Please let me type on the group that Simon, what happened? Because I'm using my laptop. I don't want to. I'm also recording. I don't want to start going to WhatsApp.
You're going back.
Speaking of the devil, tell him I'm not going back.
Simon, Joe. Quick nap.
No. They called me to do something.
One episode.
They call you to do
They
something.
called me to do something.
What I've
What
explained,
I could
I
do.
think Larry will explain it to you, or you will go to the video and watch it. So choose one.
Yeah, wait. Let Larry explain what they are
Right
gonna
now.
do now. Yes, now.
Oh, yeah,
Let him
Larry,
give me a
please,
summary. I'm not
please,
gonna say I was gone for like an hour.
please do that. That will help
Simon.
Yeah,
me.
Larry.
That will also help me to know if you understand. Please do that fast.
Simon, nice
In
one.
5 minutes.
So-
we don't have all day. It's almost 11 o'clock.
So for the red one, can you hear me, Simon?
I can hear you, yeah.
The first red candle, which is called bearish candle.
This where the thing opened, yes. Let's say that opening is 15 naira.
Mm-hmm.
So the price traded up and down to this place, but it closed at 14 naira. So it went
Okay.
down. That's
Okay.
bullish.
Bearish.
Okay.
Bullish?
Bearish
Sorry.
candle.
Bearish.
My mistake.
Bearish candle.
He said I should not learn the name. It's me that is trying to learn the name. See me.
I
That's
will tell
bearish.
you guys the name.
Then the green one.
Telling you guys, I just put this color so that you guys will understand.
This green one now, it traded from 14 naira up to 15 naira and closed there.
Okay.
Do you get?
Simon,
Yeah.
if you listen to this boy, you still lose money. Let me just go over it again. Larry, please.
Wait now.
Please.
It does not mean it not trade up to 16 naira or 30 naira.
That's the part I
But
want you to
it
like.
means that the trade.
This area I signify
These weeks,
as
yeah.
weeks. This place I put all this stuff as weeks. This down and this area, this place.
It's traded up to that
It
point,
shows that price
but
came to this
it did not
area.
close there.
But we are on the 1 hour time, which means for the next 60 minutes, price traded to let's say it's open here 14 naira, price traded to 15 naira, and then all of a sudden interest started coming in from the sellers, which is making the price to go down, go down. It went down all to 20 naira.
Okay.
But when it was 60 minutes, when it was time for 60 minutes to elapse, price was already picking up momentum
Yeah.
to come back. So it was at this era, the 60 minutes elapsed. That's where it's going to eventually close, and the next candle is going to open immediately.
Egbon, the reason why I could not explain the way I explain it now is I don't have cursor to be showing him. Do you know, like this place, I'm trying to use my cursor here, but my hand cannot direct your own cursor.
I'm
You
sorry,
understand?
no problem. But Simon, you understand this first one, right?
Yes, I do.
So
You
now
understand the second one too, right?
the second one, let's where
The
this
second one is basically
You see, you
the second
understood
one,
it.
basically
let
like
me
the inverse of the first one now.
yes, the inverse, but in the market condition it can still be the same candle opening next. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I'm
Like
Ah,
it
telling
can
okay,
still
you
be
I
guys,
the.
don't get that part.
like it can also
He's
be
saying it can still be the red
it
one that
can
is
still be
opening
the
next.
same red
Okay,
one that will
okay,
come next. I'm just
okay.
giving you guys what where the sell candle and buy candle, what the way they open and close. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So sometimes it can be red that can be green that open, the next one will be red. So does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it can be, so it changes, it doesn't, it's not going to just be printing one type, so it's going to be printing depending on when this time frame, the time frame we are on. It can be 5 minutes, it can be 15 minutes, it can be 30 minutes, depending on when that time frame closes. That's where that particular candle is going to end. Then the next one will open for the next 60 minutes also. Does that make sense? Oh yeah, Larry, explain this one I put in box to him. This is the one that is tricky.
So this one,
This one in
Cruz, I
box.
don't know why Cruz thought I got now I now have sense. But Simon, the main point of this one is the price, the same price at which the thing started trading is the same price that the thing closed at.
Open.
The same price that the thing opened at is the same price that the thing closed at. So it can go to 50 naira, 100 million, but it still came down back and started and closed at 50 naira. You understand?
Okay.
The okay is short, meaning it can go anywhere. It's opened at 50 naira and it will close back at 50 naira. That's what it means.
Simon, in a
Okay.
nutshell is, let's say the market.
My own was in a nutshell.
Let me just say it one more time now, so that let him hear for the horse's mouth.
In another nutshell.
Let's see, yes. So now in a nutshell,
Simon
what
Badu.
he's saying is, price open at 15 naira. Yo, it's traded all the way to 16 naira, traded all the way down to 14 naira. But when it was time for the candle to close at,
Closing time.
let's say closing time, it was already at that same price. It's not as if it's calculated that it will close at this price. Like, it just happened. Does that make sense?
So it's coincidence.
Yes, it's not as if it's planned that, oh, the next candle is going to close at the same price. And it's just each of
Okay.
each and every one of all these candles just closes at the particular time where that time frame, where that time ends, and the next one will open accordingly. Does that make sense?
Okay.
But has
Yeah.
it ever happened that the thing not move at all?
Well, the candle does not move.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, now when the market is closed now.
Like the way this one now that is crossed now. If the market after it opened, it did not move from that 15 naira, is it possible?
It can be here for a while and it can just be here, but it's going to still come down and still go up.
So it's not possible for the thing to stay at one
It's
point
not going to be
for the 1 hour.
stagnant when it's not closed, when the market is not closed. Does
All
that
right.
make sense? Soon you will know how to what this candle mean and what they represent, so that it will help you better to understand when, oh, is it time to buy or is it time to sell, or is my trade I'm on going to, is the buyer still, if you're on a buy, is the buyer still going to be in control, or the sellers are going to be in control if you're on a sell. So soon, but I'm just letting you guys understand the candlesticks, how they open and close. Does that make sense?
Yes, boss.
Yeah.
Same with this candle where it's open, it didn't go up at all. It just where it's open here, it didn't go down, it just went up and closed. So it didn't print any wick at all. There are candles that you will see like this. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Same with this, it opened here, it didn't go down at all. It just started opening, started going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, going up, and then it came back and closed at this area. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So each and every one of these candles, they all have names. They all have their important ones. When I mean like the important ones that are used as strategy for trading. So now like I say I'm going to be talking. So you guys, please, you understand, right? So far, major currency, minor currency, trading session, time and opening, trading hours, the days and everything. You guys are following, abi?
Yeah.
Eh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think I have some pictures of some stuff. I'll send it to the group later. There's somebody notes I saw somewhere. So now the market type that we have uptrend. This is a bullish trend, but you can bullish means when something is going up. Do you follow?
Yeah.
It also refers to as uptrend, but in forex term it's called bullish. So this is a bullish trend. How do you identify a bullish trend? A bullish trend is identified by a series of higher highs and higher lows.
What?
Higher highs and higher lows. I want to label it now. This is higher, low. This area is called higher high. And this area is called higher low. Then this next area is called higher high. This one is called higher low. And this next one, it will still come down and then go up. So now, why do we use this word, or why is it like this? So let's say you are on a journey, like in the olden days before the era of flights and trains and the vehicle. We're using what to travel? Horses, donkey, right?
Camel.
Camel, anyone. Let's say you're on a destination, yeah. You are going like on a destination. That's price, oh. You are moving, and then all of a sudden, obviously you're either going to rest, or your animal is going to break down one time or another. So now, price, your engine is going to cool off. Price is going to like take a retracement. Maybe as this retracement now is referred to as cooling off, which is water or anything that you are going to use to like gain energy back to continue on that journey, which is push price up above the previous destination where you stopped. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Eh?
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm using like layman term to explain it, but in price, what that means is that price was coming up, retrace, then broke above the former area where it was making higher high, and then retraced again like that. That's like to keep going down, going down, going down, going down, like that. See, eventually it either gets to its destination or sellers started taking interest, then that trend will not change to a downtrend. But I will teach you guys how to know if a trend has changed. But I don't know if that will be
Cruz,
yes,
Cruz.
yes.
Before you continue, let's round up by 11
Yeah, okay, no problem.
because I took drugs and it's knocking me out.
All right now.
Drug lord.
No, I have malaria. Way.
So now for a downtrend is the reverse, like this, like this, like this, like this.
So yes, lower lows,
Yes,
abi
lower
lower
lows.
highs, lower lows.
Yes, you have sense. Have you been trading before? So now
I beg.
this area where price broke is higher high is going to be called a break of structure, which is referred to as BOS, short term. BOS. You can see I already labeled all this stuff. You see bullish trend line, bearish trend
Okay.
line, market structure shift. That's when it changed. So it's called a BOS, like that, like that.
Break of structure.
And that's when price break above a previous higher high for a bullish trend. So now in this case, to catch a buy, what you want to be, you don't want to be catching a buy when its price is here. You want to be catching a buy when the camel is cooling off. That, do you understand?
Yeah.
So now in either of these areas, that means in candlesticks, there will be either a support, a fair value gap, other block in either of all these areas. That is where you want to be entering your own buy from somewhere here to catch the next move that is going to happen. You don't want to be buying when it's going to be cooling off, because your stop is not going to be able to cover all these retracements before the next move will happen. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So now for shorts with series of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Let me label it out. So I think
So for this one now, you have to be figuring out when to sell, Abby.
yes, when to sell. That is, first of all, the first thing you need to determine the market condition. When the first thing you enter your chart, determine the market condition that we are in from a higher time frame. Don't just come to a 5 minute time frame saying, oh, we are on the um uptrend, so we should start selling. Because you need to be coming from a bigger picture. You need to be looking at your rear view mirror, which is the higher time frame, giving you a perspective of what the lower time frame are going to be doing and what you are going to be looking for in the lower time frame. Do you understand?
Okay, that statement is not really. I didn't really get it.
I'm saying, like, you wanna just come to a look, a what's it called, a random time frame, and like 5 minutes or 15 minutes. You need
Yeah.
to look at, to determine your trend. You need to do your top down analysis from a much higher time frame down to a lower time frame, and then on that lower time frame, that's where you pick an entry. Do you understand?
Okay.
Like, how will I put it now? When you want to dig a well, for instance now, hmm? A very
Yeah.
deep well, you cannot just come with spoon and start digging. You need to, like, so you cannot just start digging random. You need to like measure the place, know the area, know all those things before you know the kind of instrument you are going to
Yeah.
use
Yeah.
to dig that hole. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say in this, for
Yeah.
instance, in this scenario now. You cannot just come to a 3 minute chart, 1 minute time frame, 15 minutes, and start saying, oh, this trend is like this. So that means that's what you have in your own mind. This trend can be bullish in 5 minutes because it's a smaller time frame. But if you go to a daily
Okay.
time frame, it will be bearish, it will be downtrend. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Larry, I don't want sleeping now.
Yeah. I'm not sleeping.
That's what you see. You guys are making me shout. Everybody in my house have slept. I'm the one shouting, teaching two people. uh, Everybody in my house don't sleep.
Now they sleep early.
Ah,
Like very early.
this guy, because it's I want the stress from shop is not easy, guys. I think it's
Actually,
close from shop. Still have to do my own thing, do some things like this. Thank God, Sha. So now this is how it's going to be referred to. So this is where our break of structure is going to be. It's going to be happening when we break our previous lower high. So do you understand? So let me just use the remaining 6 minutes to explain ranging. Ranging is when there is no particular direction. It's going up at the same time it's coming down. It's going up, it's going down. It's going up and going down. Does that make sense?
yeah,
So now this market condition, there's a strategy, there's a system on how to understand it and how to trade it to avoid manipulation. But we're not going to jump into that. I need you guys to fully understand these basics. So it's just creating a level of equal highs and equal lows, equal highs and equal lows. So do you understand? That's a ranging market. I hope you guys, if you are not jotting, you can just be screenshotting my screen.
mm,
So far this is, now that I've shrink it to be scattered, but like so far this is a ranging market, equal highs and equal lows. This is a bearish or short or downtrend, not short trend. Tomorrow, you guys, I will send the pictures of some this same stuff I'm explaining, but in writing, so that you guys should understand. So everyone, are we all clear to the last point I made?
yeah.
No,
I'll still
yeah.
do it again. I made some screenshots.
Eh?
So I made some screenshots, so I'll still do it again. But overall, I'm good with it.
We are good with it so far, right? Both the candlesticks,
Yeah,
the way they open, the way they area they trade to, and
yeah.
everything. Larry,
Yes.
please, it's like as if I'm doing.
No, I
If
understand
I
everything
start
now.
doing nonchalant towards you guys will be the one and just.
Nonchalant care.
I'm just letting you know.
You don't see that I was on fire throughout the class.
On fire. I think your fire is extinguished later.
See, the thing is that it's like you not explain some things to Larry before. Like if you are teaching Larry something, the guy no go the answer, you go just dey look. It's
What,
like you get to
what do you
the end,
mean?
you now say that
What do
like
you
if
mean?
if they're teaching you something, you might be getting it, but you don't say anything, you just be looking.
Is it me?
I mean, like
Yes.
I'm for this kind of stuff. I need follow back so that I will know you understand. Cause a point like I have made 30 minutes ago, you cannot come and be taking me back to that area
Yeah.
again. So that's what I'm trying to like ask. Oh, I following before I move over, before I
No,
continue.
I understand. Today's class was 100.
Okay.
Larry be giving